What's going on, everyone? Damon here. So, some games try to scare you with jump scares and monsters. This game gets inside your head and just, well, stays there. We just finished playing LUTO, the first person psychological horror game from the indie developer Broken Bird Games, and let me tell you, the silence in the house after playing it is almost as unsettling as the game itself. Today, we're going to dive right into the darkness and see if LUTO's unique brand of fear is something you should experience. And before we descend any further, if you appreciate these kinds of in-depth horror discussions, enjoy the live streams where I play games like this, or just want to support what I do here on Damon Plays Games, a quick thumbs up would be greatly appreciated. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you don't miss out on more potentially terrifying content like this. It really helps out the channel, and I truly appreciate your support. Alright, so what exactly is LUTO? On the surface, it's a first-person horror game where you explore a seemingly abandoned house. But to call it just that is like saying your worst nightmare is just a bad dream. There are no weapons, no combat, just you and the oppressive atmosphere of a home filled with unsettling imagery, cryptic puzzles, and a pervasive sense of dread. As a stay-at-home dad who thought he'd seen it all with his kids' messes, the psychological weight of LUTO was something else entirely. I've spent hours wandering its halls, piecing together fragments of a disturbing narrative, and I'm here to tell you if the chilling atmosphere and mind-bending scares are worth the emotional toll. LUTO's horror isn't about things jumping out at you, though there are moments that will make you jump. It's about creating a constant feeling of unease and playing with your perception of reality. It's a multi-layered approach to fear. The foundation is atmosphere and sound design. The creaks, the whispers, the unsettling silence punctuated by sudden noises. LUTO masterfully uses sound to keep you on edge. Visually, the decaying environments, the strange and often disturbing objects scattered around the house, all contribute to a feeling that something is deeply wrong. You consistently feel like you're walking through a memory, a nightmare, or some twisted combination of both. The lack of music for long stretches only amplifies the tension, making even the slightest sound feel significant. The second layer is environmental storytelling and puzzles. LUTO doesn't spoon-feed you its story. You have to piece it together through notes, environmental details, and the incredibly unsettling things you witness. The puzzles, while not overly complex, often require you to engage with disturbing imagery in a way that further immerses you in the game's dark themes. Each solved puzzle or discovered clue feels like another step deeper into a disturbing truth, and sometimes you're not even sure if you even want to know what that truth is. And the top layer is the unreliable reality. This is where LUTO truly shines. The game frequently blurs the lines between what's real and what's a hallucination. Rooms change when you're not looking, impossible things appear, and the very layout of the house seems to shift and twist. This constant questioning of what you're seeing creates a persistent sense of paranoia and vulnerability. You never feel safe because you can't even trust your own senses. It's a masterful way to create a lasting sense of psychological discomfort long after you stop playing. The narrative of LUTO is intentionally fragmented and open to interpretation. You embody a character grappling with profound loss and trauma, and the house itself seems to be a manifestation of their fractured psyche. The abstract and often disturbing imagery serves to amplify these feelings of grief, guilt, and despair. The atmosphere is thick with a palpable sense of sorrow and dread. The way the game uses light and shadow to create unsettling visual compositions is particularly effective. It's not about the jump scares, it's about a slow, creepy realization that you are trapped in someone's personal hell, and you're forced to confront their deepest fears and regrets. As someone who streams games and then has to wind down, LUTO definitely left me with some lingering thoughts. Let's talk about the difficulty, if you can even call it that. LUTO isn't mechanically challenging in the traditional sense. There are no enemies to fight, no complex button combinations to master. The challenge lies in the psychological impact of the game. The LUTO effect is the feeling of unease, the constant anticipation of something terrible, and the emotional weight of the narrative. Hitting a wall in LUTO isn't about being stuck on a puzzle. It's about the mental fortitude required to continue exploring its oppressive world. It's about confronting the darkness even when every instinct tells you to turn away. This game is a master of the slow burn. Instead of relying on cheap scares, it gets you with the little things. You'll walk down a hallway and a door that was closed a moment ago is now open. Or you'll turn a corner and a figure that wasn't there before is now standing motionless in the distance. There's no music, no sound effects, just this sudden, unsettling realization that reality is shifting around you. That's the kind of fear Ludo excels at. The unsettling, deeply psychological stuff that lingers in your mind. It's not about twitch reflexes, it's about how much your mind can handle. In terms of replayability, Ludo offers a different kind of value. While the core narrative might remain the same, the fragmented storytelling and the potential for missed details encourages multiple playthroughs to piece together the full picture. The focus here isn't on unlocking new game plus modes or collecting loot. It's about a deeper understanding of the game's themes and the protagonist's torment. For those who enjoy analyzing narratives and being immersed in a truly unsettling atmosphere, Ludo offers an experience that can stay with you long after you've finished it. The playtime might not be as extensive as a massive RPG, but the emotional impact can be significant. As impactful as Ludo is, it's not without its flaws. The lack of clear direction can sometimes lead to frustrating periods of aimless wandering, unsure of what to do next. While the story's uncertainty adds to its strength, it can sometimes feel too vague, with some parts left unresolved. And while the atmosphere is consistently oppressive, there are moments where the visual fidelity could have been a bit sharper to truly enhance the impact of some of the disturbing imagery. However, these are minor points in an otherwise very effective horror experience. Alright, so let's try to emerge from this nightmare. Ludo is a unique and genuinely unsettling psychological horror game. It's a masterclass in atmosphere and uses its unreliable reality to create a persistent sense of dread that few other games can achieve. It's not a game for those looking for cheap thrills or constant action. Ludo requires patience, openness to dark themes, and comfort with uncertainty. My final recommendation is a cautious yes. If you are a fan of psychological horror that focuses on atmosphere, narrative interpretation, and a lingering sense of unease, then Ludo is definitely worth the experience. However, be prepared for a game that can be emotionally draining and doesn't always provide easy answers. This isn't a lighthearted gaming session, it's a descent into someone's tormented mind. But that's just my experience venturing through the unsettling corridors of Ludo. What did you think if you played it? What were the moments that stuck with you? Do you prefer this kind of psychological horror, or do you lean more towards jump scares and actions? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments. I also want to give a huge thank you to my channel members for their support. You guys are a massive part of what makes this channel possible. And if you want to support the channel even further and get some awesome perks, check out our channel memberships. The Airman tier gets you incredible benefits like early access to new videos, member-only live chats, and access to our private Discord. And if you step up to become a commander, you'll get all of that, plus top tier perks like member shoutouts, discounted merch, and more. Just click that join button right below this video for all the details. Thank you so much for watching everyone, stay vigilant, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.